All right, what's up, everybody? Corey York here, and I'm so excited to have everyone here today for our webinar. If you're just joining, give everyone a little bit more time to come in. People are flowing in right now. So excited to have you here. Thank you for your time. My name's Corey York. I am co-creator and CEO of Webware.ai. We are Toronto's premier AI digital marketing platform. If you haven't heard of us, we've been around for over a decade, and I'm super excited to be here today. Want to make sure I am coming in with good quality today. I am remote and I am traveling in America today, so hopefully I have good internet. I'm getting a little bit of a warning, but help me out in the chat. Love to hear from you in the chat. I'm very interactive with my presentations. I want to make sure I'm coming through. Let me know. Give me a yes if you could hear me and you could see me and the quality is good. Give me a yes if you can. Just a little chat in the bottom right. If I can get some people to help me out, let me know where you're coming in from today. Oh, there, I got some yeses. Awesome. It came in a little slow. That's good. Okay, good. I just want to make sure everyone can hear me because we're going to be interactive today. We're going to talk about things. We're going to work things out. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. And I hope you're here to learn some things and help grow your business. And that's really ultimately our goal. If you're joining us back from another series that we've been doing, because this is a Bell Digital Marketing Webware series that's helping small businesses with digital marketing and growth and AI tools and all the things that you guys need to prepare yourselves for that battle. We are here to try and help you with that. So in the chat, I'd love to hear, oh, some people got ahead of me. I definitely know you guys were here before. In the chat, I want to hear, where are you coming in from today? How many years have you been in business? And what's your website's URL? Let's plug your business. Who are you? You help who do what is the best way to put it. But I'm already getting some chats in. We got North Carolina, Michael Young today. We got Cindy here from Vaughan, who's our neighbor. I'm currently in Detroit. We probably mostly won't have any Americans here, but I am on business travel right now. But we'll see if we get some people from Detroit. I've been telling some people about it. Prince George in the house. Awesome. Trisha, thank you so much. Awesome. Let's see some businesses. Michael Young, 30 years in business, TO203konline.com. Make sure you say what you do, guys. I help who do what. Here's my website. That's how you get business off a quick 5-second referral. So if you were with me last time, I always teach a little quick intro. I help who do what. It can game change, not game change, but it can bring in referrals from a one sentence, right? Instead of the old 30-second elevator pitch, there's no more elevator ride, right? You got one sentence to tell someone what you do. So I love to go, I'm Corey. I help, frustrated small business owners unlock digital marketing and get them a bunch of time and money back in their pocket and help them grow, right? By leveraging digital marketing, right? Now you know who I help, you know what I do, and you know the pain I serve, right? All from one sentence versus, I do real estate. I don't know, who do I refer you to when you do real estate? So let's see some good examples. Let's see, we got Lynn Delgado, Fresh Start Tax Relief Services. So if you need a fresh start on your taxes, that's a good name if that's what you do. We got Lynn, 7 years. That's good to hear. We got some good years behind you. Amazing. We got Sierra in the building. Awesome. We got some fun stuff going on, and we're seeing some good numbers here today. And I love seeing the years of business you're in because that tells me where I should go today. Because today I can create lead magnets for new companies. We can talk about how to do digital marketing for older companies. I really want to customize this to what I'm seeing in the room because you guys showed up, right? So it's you that now gets the attention. I want to make sure I'm speaking to you guys. So the more I get in this chat, it's not just a way to make sure everyone's alive. I am looking at who's in the room, especially the years in business. And then, all right, let's do it. So let's hop in today's content. So I'm going to put over here my presentation. And I want to first start with thanking Bell. Bell, you guys have been an amazing partner Webware and Bell entered into a partnership this year where our goal is to align and combine our mission. We both have missions to help small business because we know that is the fabric of our country, and the world and essentially and the economy are built on small businesses. So Bell and Webware have gone on together in a partnership to help small businesses with a very special journey, which is digital marketing. Right? Bell did a survey of all their customers, and they heard loud and clear is that digital marketing is the number one thing you guys are thinking about. So we have come together to make a series of Bell webinars, Bell and Webware webinars. Say that quickly 3 times. And our goal, to bring you the tools, the tricks, the strategies, the education, the content, the expertise, whatever it is we can do. We're throwing the kitchen sink at this for you to try and help you with the number one thing you said when they asked you what's on your mind, right? What's the challenge you want to unlock now? And it was digital marketing. So this is the 4th in the series. So if you've missed it and you want to go back and watch the other events, we are going to launch a section on our website where you can go watch all the 4 previous webinars. They are available somewhere out there. You have to have the links, but we're going to get them together on one page. So if you want to go back and watch the whole series, it's really good because when I planned this, I started to go from left to right on what I would want to learn if I was a new business owner or not a new business owner, but a business owner who's looking to get into digital marketing, right? Where would I start? So some content, if you haven't seen the last 4 events, you may get a little lost. I can't recap everything, but I do my best to try and feed the folks that are new today and the ones that are repeat. So in the chat, I'd love to know, were you here for any of the last 4 events? Give me a yes. And I can also understand how much I need to go back a little bit and recap some of the key things like picking the right target, right? Having the right marketing plan, right? Because if you don't do those 2 things first, you can make a lead magnet today, but you won't really know who are you making it for and where is it going. Right? Okay, so we got Bill's brand new, Trisha's brand new, Lynn's brand new, Cindy's brand new. Okay. And then I do notice some folks by name who are here last time, so that's awesome too. Okay, let's jump into it. So today my goal is to help with a really important strategy in digital marketing called lead magnets. Okay, so digital marketing is very broad. Right? There's a lot of different things in digital marketing that you can do. You can't just say I do digital marketing. There's tons of different little segments of digital marketing. So today we're going to focus on lead magnets. Okay? What is a lead magnet? A lead magnet is something that gathers leads for you, essentially. Sometimes it's digital, sometimes it's physical, but the idea is that you create something that brings in your perfect target customer. That's what a lead magnet is. And today we're going to go through the journey, and I'm going to hopefully teach you guys a lot about it, how to make it, so you can walk out with some lead magnets today. But let me get into it. So, number 1, a little bit about me. If you're new, why am I up here? I'm Corey York. I'm co-creator and CEO of Webware. Webware is a company out of Toronto. We've been 10 years old. We've helped 6,000 to 10,000 or so business owners over the last 10 years. Currently, we have over 4,000 under contract and active, helping them do digital marketing, right? We're one of the largest, technology agencies in the space. We're homegrown out of Canada, and we've been one of the leaders in AI, right? A little bit about me. I've now grown 2 companies. That's my family right there. My wife, Sarah, and my 3 kids. I have a lot of responsibility like you. Maybe about 16, 20 years now or so in business, built 2 businesses from 0 to $14 million in annual revenues. I've grown teams from 0 to 300-400 a couple of times. I've done it internationally. I've done it locally. I sold a company. I've raised venture capital, right? I've done a lot in business. I like to say business is my sport, and I just love helping other small business owners. My company, Webware, our mission and why we probably are here is because our mission is to help business owners not just survive, but thrive. And we try to do that day in and day out for our customers who generally are small business owners who are trying to get ahead with digital marketing. And that's the type of customer we work with every day. So let's move on. Let's talk about AI. Before we get into content, I just want to level set on a few things for you. It's an exciting time to be a business owner. Okay, AI has to be one of the most interesting, game-changing developments of your time in business, and it's really a once in a generational moment, maybe once and maybe even bigger. But it is particularly interesting for small businesses. If you're a small business owner, like I have been several times and still am, you face you face very common challenges, like, not having enough capital, right, to do the things you want to do, not having the right resources, the right people, the right expertise, the right manpower to get the things that you want done. Generally, you're a small business owner, you're held down by what I call $100 tasks, right? When you should be working on the $10,000 tasks, right? You're going to the bank, you're checking your email, you're working on your schedule. You're doing all these mundane things to avoid hiring someone because it's going to cost you more money. And that's generally what's holding you back. And if you look, what AI has brought to you is essentially the crane you've been dreaming of. This crane right there, right? This crane came along for our modern society and replaced what 400 people used to do on a job site, was replaced by a guy sitting up there in a crane. Now everybody, and the big development now, right, is cranes have been around. AI is not actually that new. AI has been around. The real power is that now you have it. The crane's been around, but now all the small business owners can have a crane. That's the difference. Okay, is that the rebels have now got access to the big guns, right? And it's cheap. And essentially, you can deploy AI to do what a department used to do. So if you're not leveraging or thinking about where to put AI into your business, you are missing out. Now, I understand it's a very big, complex question. What do I do with AI? What is AI? Where does AI go? And that's a whole other webinar. But I'd like to just quickly give you 30 seconds on it. I see AI as electricity. It's a new electricity. It's a brand new electricity. Okay? And it's what you do with the electricity. It's where you put the electricity in your business that's going to make the difference. So it's all about how you think and where you decide to add it that's going to force multiply your business ahead. So that's a whole other webinar that I think we should do. And I'll try and work with Belle to schedule that out. It's really where to put the new electricity. It's a very exciting topic, but just want to level set for everyone because we're an AI company helping small businesses leverage AI. You got to take this very seriously because if you don't, your competition will. And that's not going to be good for you when your competitor is sitting in the crane and you're sitting down at the bottom with, the old, hacksaw. Thank you, Elijah. I love the ongoing comments. Keep them coming. So let's jump into what I want to break out for you guys today. Okay. Number one, if these are the challenges you're feeling today, we're going to bust through them. Challenge one, you don't know what your audience actually wants, right? When it comes to a lead magnet, when it comes to digital marketing, and sorry, I'm going back to our topic now. I'm done with the AI level set. We're now going to go into lead magnets. Okay. Sorry, back. Let's reset our minds. We're going to go into lead magnets. These are things you create that attract your target customer, that help you get leads in the door. That's what a lead magnet is. And you might be feeling these challenges. One, you don't know what your audience actually wants. Okay. You don't know what they want. You sit there, you make the lead magnet, you wasted time. You put it out there, but it didn't work. So you don't even know where to begin, right? You sit there and you wonder, what does my customer actually get attracted to? Right? Now, this becomes really easy. This question, right? Why don't I know what my customer actually wants? It's probably because you have too big of an audience. Okay. Most small business owners, and this is going back to some of the other webinars, you got to pick your target customer, right? That's step one. If you haven't picked a target customer, you won't be able to do this. So picking a target customer, very important, right? And it's And the way I do picking a target customer in 30 seconds, when you do marketing's like a cloning machine, right? But the trick is you can only clone one person at a time. So you gotta look at your customer base, and you gotta say, which customer do I want to make 100 of? Which one would I clone, right? And you generally want to clone someone that paid a lot, stayed a lot, spent a lot. Easiest to make happy. Which customer do you have today in your head? When I say that, it should pop up right away. Oh, it's Jim. Oh, it's Gerald. Oh, it's Jenny. She showed up right away. She paid the most. She stayed the longest. I wish I had a million Jennies. Can everyone in the chat take a moment? Because if you want to do this right, I should have had a slide for this. My bad. It's going back now 3 trainings. If you want to do this right, you got to pick a target. So I want everyone to close their eyes, and I want them to think of a customer you have today that is fast. They're fast to buy. That's number 1, okay? And these are in sequence. Number 1, they're fast to buy. They just showed up and they're like, take my money. That's the person you want to think of. The second thing that you want to think of about this person to pick them is they were easy to make happy. You know, because no one wants a bunch of customers that are a pain in the behind. I didn't swear. No one wants a bunch of customers that are a pain in the behind. If you put the customer in the cloning machine, 100 of them come out and they're a pain in the butt, you're not going to be happy. So they have to have been easy to make happy. The third thing is that they bought a lot, right? They bought a lot. They bought the highest thing. They stayed the longest. Whatever your thing is, they bought the highest. Everyone in the chat, I want you to say, yes, I have this customer in my mind right now. Yes. One customer. Don't say, oh, it's Jim and it's Jerry. One. Just pick one and stick to that one today as we go through this process. Okay? Repeat it one more time. So this customer, they showed up and they bought fast. They bought fast. Did that show up? They bought fast. Okay? They were easy to service. Okay? They were easy to service. Okay? And then the third is they bought a lot. They bought a lot. Okay? These are the 3 things. Do you have the person in your head? Give me a yes in the chat. I got Michael with a yeah. I got Lynn with a yes. Who else do I got? Bill? Bill's got it. Okay? This is the person. Now, I want you to think of them this entire day today. Okay? This webinar. Because marketing is a cloning machine. And today, a lead magnet, we're going to create a lead magnet. Essentially, it's like going fishing, going hunting. But we got to decide what we're hunting for. You can't just say, I'm going to go kill some animals and bring some home food. Like, you got to decide, because you got to prepare. You got to get the right equipment, right? You got to get ready. So you got to pick the target. So we got a target. Everyone think of the target. Now, everything gets easy, because if you don't make that decision, you actually don't know what your audience wants. So you think of 5 of them and you try and create content where all 5 will like it, and then it doesn't land. And that's the key. That's one of the key first steps. And we just busted that challenge right there. Okay. Challenge number 2, your lead mag doesn't stand out. Maybe you did make a blog post. You did make a video. You did do the Instagram thing, but it actually never did anything. No, nothing happened. Right. It didn't stand out. Internet's, generally flooded with this stuff. And nothing happened. So your little checklist didn't fly, right? If you've done that before, this is a good webinar today, right? And then number 3, you didn't drive any traffic to your website. The lead magnet didn't have any traction, right? And it was just crickets. So today what I want to do is I want to help you attract the qualified leads that are ready to buy. I want to help you build the authority and trust before the first conversation. And that's really important, because a lot of people think digital marketing is I put my thing online and I make money. Okay, that's a myth. Okay, it's not that easy. Okay, and I'm going to tell my story soon, but it's not that easy. And you're going to see that it's not, I put up an ad and people buy. A lead magnet is very much what it is. It's that first lure when you're hunting, right? It's that bear scent or whatever the spray is that attracts the animal. I'm not a hunter, you can see. I think bear scent is the opposite. I got to pick a better analogy, but a lead magnet is meant to put out there and lure someone in, right? And it's meant to be one of the first touches. It's meant to be one of the first touches. And what it does is it creates a ton of value when they get it, right? When they read your lead magnet, when they touch it, whether it's a video, a checklist, a template, a quiz, a webinar, it delivered value in its first touch. Okay. And what happens is trust gets established. Major trust gets established, right? And when trust gets established, people open up to listen. Okay. Once they open up to listen to you, because people are generally on guard, right? They're always protecting themselves. They're always, the shields are up, right? The first touch delivers value, lowers the shield, develops trust, and makes the sale easier. Okay. Makes the sale a ton easier. And that's what you want to use digital marketing for, is to collect, warm, and heat up leads so that you can close those deals faster. That's a big part of digital marketing, okay, when it comes to what is the purpose of a lead magnet and what is its outcome goal and how it works, right, psychologically. Sales is psychology, right? This is all psychology, right? This is how the human brain meets, greets, opens up opens up and takes risks and assigns, pain or pleasure. And then 3, I want to help you scale a system for consistent lead generation. I don't want a one hitter, right? So you have to imagine having a lead generation machine that works 24/7. So a lead magnet should continue to perform while you sleep. It should grow over time, right? In the beginning. Later, it starts to die out. Lead magnets have lifetime, and you have to measure that. But they generally work automatically. And once you have one that pops, you might never look back. I know that's the case for us. So for Webware, one of our first, now my whole business, right? We do about, we'll do about 14, 15 million in annual revenues, and about all of our new business so let me back up a bit. My business used to work on cold calling, right? We used to have a sales floor of team members who would cold call business owners, like opening the yellow pages of sorts, and calling up business owners cold. And we would do walk-ins door to door, and that was the way we sold. Sometimes went to conferences. And that was a slow boat. It was a slow way to grow the business. It was, sorry that the text is so small, but my story is more dependent than that. There we go. There we go. And, it was a slow way to grow my business, making phone calls and such like that. So we developed our first lead magnet, and we went out there and we thought about what is our business, what is our target customer. We did what we talked about, where we said, who's the fastest to buy, easiest to make happy, spent the most. We picked a target. We went deep on, I took them to dinners. I spent time with them. Time spent with your target customer equals better knowledge of the customer, which will give you insight into how you market to them. Okay? Because marketing isn't scientific. It's really you just looking to clone someone. And to clone someone is to just understand their challenges and where they spend their time, their money, and what they consume essentially in content, and being there and following them around, right? To clone them means to follow them around, because when you follow them around, you find people with likely the same interests. And that's marketing. It's not science. I know a lot of marketing people like to make it sound complex, but it's really not. It's what's complex is picking the target. What's complex is what we just did a few minutes ago, which is pick one darn person, say, and pick them right. Pick the person that spent the most, pick the one that's easy. People don't do that exercise, and they go to do marketing and they stick people in the cloning machine and they get the wrong customer out. In the chat, have you ever done marketing where you got the wrong customer? I want to hear yes. I've been there before. Just give me a yes if you got the wrong customer back from the cloning machine and you weren't satisfied. Okay, I want to get a little bit more interaction going. We got a couple yeses here. Absolutely. Okay, I want to hear yes, we got the wrong customer back. Or maybe it never happened to you. There we go. I know it's happened to us. Okay. So we did a buyer's guide, right? Because we knew our target customer was stuck in the mode of trying to decide what direction they should go in. Right? We got Bill with a yes. We got Trisha with a yes. Oh, nope. We got a nope. That's fine too. Good. So maybe you're doing the right lead magnets. Okay, but for us, we did a lead magnet on buyer's guide because we knew all of our clients are paralyzed by the decision of build versus buy versus agency. And this is going back about 6 years ago. And we put out this lead magnet, which started as a PDF, right, which had a full buyer's guide. We ended up cutting that into micro chunks, putting some out on Instagram, putting some on YouTube, putting some out on Twitter, little bits of it that led back to the buyer's guide. And in 90 days, we had 5,000 downloads and we had closed, 20 grand times 12, right? Which is a great piece of business for us and anyone, frankly, if, from a lead magnet, right? So you nail the topic that everyone's thinking about and your lead magnet could change the game. And ever since that moment, we've gone with more lead magnets. And we continue to build our business effectively. And, plot twist, you're in a lead magnet right now, right? This is essentially a lead magnet. A webinar is a lead magnet. We know that our target customers spend time with Bell. We know that our target customers have challenges around digital marketing. We know that this type of event would bring out 300-400 people to RSVP. And we know that a section of those people are going to show up for a demo for Bell and for Webware, and we're all going to win. And that is a great lead magnet. Just make that a little bigger there. So let's jump into the framework, right? A big part of it was picking the target. So in the chat, let's do it, right? Let's think, create, post. The toughest is the think. So if you thought of your target customer earlier, I want you to write down the number one challenge you think they're searching for before they met you. This is a really important moment, okay? When you want to create a lead magnet, you want to think about perfect placement of the lead magnet. And that has to do with time. Okay, listen very carefully. This was the best advice I was ever given. Okay, when you go to think of the lead magnet you want to create, you want to put it in the perfect moment of time for the target customer. Okay, there's no point in delivering value if it's not the value they need at the time that they have the problem, right? You can't solve the pain they have after you. You got to solve the pain that they have before they need you, so that then they need you. Does that make sense? Let me give you a few examples. If you're an email writer, you're a content writing service, right? And you write email marketing campaigns. The challenge every customer that has before they hire you is, right, getting the customer's emails, right? If you pitch someone email content writing, but they don't have an email list, then what, even if they love you, think you're the greatest, they can't do it. So you want to create a lead magnet that lands and helps them with getting more emails. Because if you help them with getting more emails, then they have all these emails, they need to write an email. Who are they going to hire? Because you've built, let me go back here. You've given them the first touch. You delivered them value by giving them a lead magnet that says, here's a guide or a template on how you can easily gather email addresses from all your customers and prospects and leads. And they did it. You've established trust. Now they need the next step in their time journey is that they need to hire a writer to write those emails. So that is what I think is the perfect way to think about what type of lead magnet you should design. So when it comes to think. So you can also write about the pains they're feeling as of late. It doesn't have to be the thing they're doing before they need you. They all have general pains, so it's not like you're restricted, but a really solid lead magnet helps people in that spot right before they need you. Is that clear? Does anyone have any questions or need clarity on that? Because I think that makes everyone go, right? Let's try it out. Bill, what's the challenge that happens right before people show up to your business? Anybody in the crowd, I want to hear it. Put in the chat. Trisha, what's the challenge that they all show up saying, oh, I just finished that thing. So happy it's over. Now I can use you to do this thing. What is it? And you know what's really funny is that you're in a position where people are probably coming to you from that thing and telling you what they had to do to get through it. It's like, oh, I made it through that qualification, and oh, the trick was this. That's the thing you write about. They give you the tip. Oh, I just finished that course to qualify to become a plumber. And let's say you train new plumbers on the job, like you do like job placements, right? And all the plumbers are struggling to get through the plumbing, educational, the last test, right, to become a plumber. And you write about how to pass that thing, how to get qualified, how to get certified. Help them with all of that. So the minute they're certified, they need a job, they're going to go to you for the job placement. So let's hit the crowd here. Bill, better rates. They need a second merchant account for their website. Can't get a hold of support at the current processor. Right. So turn those things into content. Lynn, they essentially stick their heads in the sand because they realize that they haven't, let's pull this one up. They haven't filed their tax returns because they will owe a lot of money when they do. They essentially become paralyzed. There you go. So all these folks are paralyzed. Lynn, what you want to do, let me think about that one. So you help people show up mostly after they find out they had their problem. I'm curious, what makes them realize? Does the tax man tell them? Or one day a friend tells them? Or is it that you help them realize? Because if people are sitting around, Lynn, your target customer is unaware, or are they aware? And what causes them to become aware, right? Because if your target customer is unaware, an awareness campaign would be really good, right? Hey, are you aware that if you don't do this, you're going to have these types of issues later? You might want to book with me now and understand if you're in that position. Using the fear of loss, and that you're educating your customer on something they're unaware of. Great case for digital marketing, especially Instagram video marketing, right? So no, they will owe. Yes. Okay, so we'd have to dig deeper on that, Lynn, but if they're unaware, an awareness campaign, if they're been aware, like they've been told now, hey, by the government, you have this tax problem, then they go to search, like right away, I need someone to help with this. That's more of a search campaign, I would suggest, where you're looking to gather people who are on the hunt, right? See different mindsets based on the target customer. So if your target customer is this person is usually stressed and they've just found out they owe serious taxes and now they're pressured and they feel a lot of anxiety and emotion, that is really good information to think about when you create a lead magnet, because those people will hit the search hard. Versus people who are like me are unaware, like, oh, are you aware that if you don't do this on your T whatever, you're going to get fined in 2 years from now? You don't want that to happen. Give me a call and let's figure out whether that's even on the scope for you or not, right? That's another great way to approach it. So both ways. Let's see. Trisha is giving me a little more information here. Scared to invest, have to have another after a single class. They work great. Trisha, you know your target customer. You're going to do great today. Sierra, physiotherapy clinic. Let's see. Patients don't come till they experience pain, have been in work injury or a car crash. Yeah. So for you, the campaign would be more of the catch, right? The search catch, right? Because it's not going to go on Instagram and be like, are you hurt today at your job? It's more of you got hurt. Now you want to go get your options out there. You would do lead magnets about what are my options? How does insurance work? What is my employer's responsibility? What is my employer responsibility? Partnering up and sharing the content with law firms and other companies that those people go to when it comes time for I got hurt on the job, right? Consulting HR people, surrounded by people who need these guides, needs these lead magnets, and getting those lead magnets in their people's hands, saying here's free content, right, on what people should do when they're hurt at work, right? Great lead magnet material, right? Great stuff. Awesome stuff. So let me bring the screen back up. All right. So the second part, what am I doing here? There we go, is create. Okay. So once you think of the perfect target, the perfect placement of where you want to deliver your value on time, now you create it. So, it can be, let's see here, it can be PDFs, it can be templates, it can be checklists. There's just really no limits on what the type of media it is. And now with AI, you can create things like in seconds. You don't need to find a designer. You don't need to find a writer. Generally, once you think, you can go leverage AI to create. So the create step used to be something I would talk about for 35 minutes, but we don't have to do that anymore. So create is something that's super easy. You head to ChatGPT, you head to one of the 10 million different pieces of electricity now that are out there to create your content. So cooking up a buyer's guide, cooking up a template, cooking up a beautiful, what's it called? Infograph with all the info on it, making it beautiful. These are now 10, 20-minute tasks that you can leverage AI. Okay. If you don't know how to do that, just Google it. There's so much AI creation out there and it's mostly all free. So instead of boring you with, how to create it, just use AI. And in fact, today at the end of this session, I'm going to give you AI to do it on your own. So really we can focus on the post, right? Where to post it. So let's talk about it really quick. So other good ways to think about this that I liked as well, that I thought about while I was looking for this training, how to execute the think, create, post. Besides thinking of the challenge someone has right before needing you, another one is, what's your customer's 3 a.m. problem? Ask them. Ask your target customer, what keeps you up at night? Right? Investors ask me that question all the time. It's a great question. What do you lose sleep over? What's your 3 a.m. problem? What is it? That's what you should focus on writing about. Right? Again, create lead magnets. Don't spend more than 30 minutes. They're really easy to do. 3, post into your ecosystem. So, create blogs, create posts about the lead magnet. So if you developed a quiz, a webinar, a template, then you got to go create more content about that. So blogging, newsletters, hit all that properly If you're not blogging, that's another thing you got to get doing. Like blogging is extremely important. If you want to show up in AI, you have to put all this stuff in a blog. Okay. How does AI work? Right? How does ChatGPT work? Not AI, but how does ChatGPT work? It sucks in all the web pages, right? So if you're not blogging about your lead magnet, right? If you're not putting out promotions like 10 different social posts about the lead magnet that it's available, all this will get into AI, into ChatGPT, into Google, and you'll start showing up in search, right? This is all about posting in as many different places as you can and really focusing on where your target customer spends time. That's where you start. Hey, Mr. Target Customer, where do you spend time? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Instagram? Who are you following? What are you talking about? What do you read? Do you read the news? Do you listen to podcasts? That's where you try and promote the lead magnet. Whatever comes out of their mouth when you say, where do you go? What do you buy? And what do you read and listen to? That's where you promote. That's your promotion ecosystem. Okay? All about that target customer. Just want to make sure I didn't miss any questions. All right. So I have a small template for you to follow manually, and then I'm going to give you one for AI, right? We can send this. I'll send this PDF out on email to everyone if they want to use it after, right? But the blueprint, my ideal customer is, describe their role, industry, company size, key characteristics. Biggest problem is that 3 a.m. question, that question they had before, right? What is the thing they can achieve to do with it? Like, what is the execution of the, what's the quick win? Sorry, what is the quick win they will get from the lead magnet, right? And then what format will it be? The checklist, quiz, template, guide, calculator, video, webinar, to do, right? Where are you going to promote it? List the things that your customer says he spends time on, he reads, they go to, they watch, all that stuff. Write that down, where you're going to promote it, and then define what you're looking for. Always set your goals, people. If you're not setting goals, you're not going to hit them, right? Set a goal, even if it's brand new. Say, I'm looking for 5 downloads, and go for 5, right? Set some sort of goal, measure yourself, right? Couple of myths. I need to create a massive comprehensive resource with 50 plus pages to provide enough value. That is incorrect. You can create a lead magnet in under 5 minutes. It could be a 1-page checklist, a 5-question quiz. It could be a fill-in-the-blank template. It could be a 10-minute tactic, right? Those I find are the best lead magnets. It's a short, sweet, to the point, delivers a ton of value. All right. Lead magnets work, okay? All the data shows you that people want information first. They want to build trust before they enter, and they need authority proof. Lead magnets put your company in that position. So even if you've met a customer organically, when they go to research you, when they go in that mode of research, do I trust this person yet? I've met them, but am I really going to onboard? Am I really going to buy what they have? Do I really trust them? When they go to search, your lead magnets will show up. They will put you in a position of authority. If you've busted a really strong guide in your industry, you've put out a really strong YouTube video with 10,000 likes and views, like, this is going to help you win business for years to come. It's not just I put out a lead magnet today and I get a lead tomorrow. It delivers for a lifetime. So put it out there. The internet doesn't get erased. Okay, till date, we still have business coming in from that that buyer's guide. And I wrote that 8 years ago. Haven't even updated it. It's still relevant, still delivering. All right. Any questions on lead magnets? I want to make sure everyone got what the target today, the structure of how to do it, how to pick the right targets. Any questions remaining? I'm happy to take questions. We have 10 minutes. Usually I go over time. I wanted to be faster today. And I want to make sure that we got questions. And then we'll talk about a few more things. I missed a few questions. I'm just seeing now. Let me flow through them. But if you have questions, put them in the chat. Happy to take them. Slam any myths out there, any challenges you're facing, what's holding you back, where I could help you move forward with that challenge. Okay, so today we have a few things to finish off with. If you are a business owner and you're thinking about digital marketing and you're looking to redo your website, or if you're not getting leads from digital right now, and you want to look at how to improve this part of your business, we do have a special offer for Bell clients today where we're offering Bell customers 50% off Webware. Okay. So if you are thinking about that, please do scan this QR code and meet one of our experts. It's a really great offer. And if you are spending on digital, you could save a substantial amount of money. But we do have affordable packages for all levels. Webware does help over 4,000 business owners with their website, social media, search engine optimization, email marketing, and a CRM and AI. And we have a special extension to the Bell phone that goes into our CRM, records and transcribes conversations. It's super cool. So if you want to look at that and meet one of our experts, and they will prove to you that Webware can help your business grow, this is a 50% offer exclusive to Bell customers. Thanks, Trisha. Trisha said today was great. Appreciate the positive feedback. Refreshers are always good. Nick, I will have someone call you right away. I think that shouldn't be a problem. You should be able to talk to anyone anytime you want, but I'll have someone call you right away, Nick. No problem. Thanks for being a customer. And then Bill, hit the nail on the head. Been blogging time. We have been blogging time on the top 5 on ChatGPT. Awesome, Bill. Bill, if you want to look at, if you like what ChatGPT does for your blog, you would love Webware. We have automatic ChatGPT integration that does all the blogging and images automatically on a time. So you could say every Monday, every Wednesday, and every Friday, I want you to blog and post to social media automatically. We've taught it to think and post without your involvement, and it is super cool and really, really good. So if you're using ChatGPT, you would love what Webware does with ChatGPT. So definitely, Bill, I highly recommend you give that a look. Please take advantage of the 50% offer. All right, so from there, I got one more thing. I do have a special thing today. Well, let me pull it up. So I did last night. Where is it? Oh, yeah, I'm going to pull it up here, actually. So one more QR code. Where is it? Clone my customer. So let me just move the slide deck somewhere else. Let me just go back to the top here. So that QR code in the top right there, if you want to have AI make a lead magnet for you, I made this special QR code for everyone today, and it goes to a website I launched last night just for this event called clonemycustomer.com. And if you go to clonemycustomer.com or scan that QR code, I'll also put in the chat, you can sign up, and I'll show it to you. Clonemycustomer.com. You can actually sign up, put in your email, and answer some questions about your business. So I'm Corey. Quickly show you this. It's super cool. You don't have to put in your phone number, but it's nice to know that. You should put in your website if you can. It's going to use that information to help with the marketing. But essentially, this teaches you, or it's not teaches you, it helps you clone your customer. So you get to clone your customer by saying, okay, my customer's name is Jim, right? That's the one we talked about today, fastest to buy to, easiest, blah, blah, blah. The avatar name, I like this. You give your target customer, you don't call him Jim. You come up with a cool name that's your avatar name that everyone in the company now refers to as the target avatar. That's what we do. So we like to use acronyms like SAM, which is software, looking for software, aggressive and positive mindset, and we made SAM. That's our target customer. It kind of describes our customer. And then we get to say what SAM does. So SAM was unhappy with growth, right? That's my target customer. They're unhappy with growth. Sam's challenge right before needing me was didn't like the former website developer, right? Because I'm a website company, right? That's the issue. I don't have to spell it right. You help Sam do what? Grow and gain freedom with their business, right? That's what the outcome I drive. And I offer digital marketing. You should obviously fill this out a little bit thicker. Small business owners is my target market. And finally, age range. I'll just do quickly. And some traits. They're non-techie. That's something that's common about my target. And I can clone as many customers as I want. Okay, so you can make as many profiles as you want. You can just click avatar database there and add more. And then when you click on Sam, you can create lead magnets or social posts or email templates or even a marketing plan. But really today was about lead magnets. So lead magnets, and then you can choose checklist, mini guide, cheat sheet, or template, and just say, let's do a checklist and hit generate. And AI will generate. Well, first, it'll think about your target customer. It'll think about all the things you just said. It'll come up with an awesome idea and then create a checklist for you to now use as a lead magnet. So that's free. There's no cost. No sales rep's going to call you. That's a free, if you just go to, I'll say it again, clonemycustomer.com. That's just a free, and again, this is a lead magnet, right? I'm now using the lead magnet while presenting a webinar about how to create lead magnets, which is also a lead magnet. How do you like that? Chris, thank you so much. Yes, absolutely worth the price of admission. Please use it. Have fun with it. Give me feedback if you want. Let me know how to improve it. I'll improve it. But I love this little tool. I'm excited to share it with you. I made it last night. I vibe coded it up. So I coded the whole thing myself just for you guys. As I was thinking about what can I do? What's a great lead magnet for the group tomorrow? So I came up with this. And it's free again. You could even create a marketing plan, which is you can generate an entire marketing plan. You could say, I want to, here, let me get rid of Chris's thing. I want to increase sales. And you can generate a marketing plan, and it will think and customize a full marketing plan for you. Chris, great question. Does Webware have an agent as a tool available to customers? So we have an AI assistant named Rivi, who's named after my daughter. And Rivi is trained on your business and does the blogging and the social media and email too, like email responses for customer support. Rivi can handle those three things, and Rivi's gaining more and more abilities over time. We think we're going to build the world's greatest AI agent, Chris, because we're the only platform that does website, CRM, phone, and payments all in one system, which really tells AI your entire business, and it can help you make incredible decisions and do some powerful things. So not Wetware, but Webware is getting that done right now. Right. So we're doing some exciting AI stuff at Webware. If you want to see again, sign up for the webinar, or not the webinar, the private event. If you want me to put that back up here. And then we got to wrap up. I got 5 more minutes, so I'll take any more questions and I'll move to the last slide. Oh, let me show you the business plan first. Sorry. Here's the marketing plan. So here's a full marketing plan with each section, written out. Here's the marketing tactics. Redesign your website. Here's the content, the social media marketing strategy, the paid marketing strategy, partnership networking strategy, right? It's really broken down how you can go after and how you measure yourself for success too. So full marketing plan created, and you can copy that and leave with it or add it to your manifesto and go. So really cool lead magnet, free for you guys to use and creates business plans. And then I'll go back here and let's go to the final slide and we'll close out. Just want to make sure we cover the last slide, which is Bell. There we go. Bell, again, Small Business Month. We're super excited with Bell to run this here in October. It's Small Business Month again. So we have small business promotions and offerings. And then so you should check that out at Bell. And I want to thank Bell again for bringing me here and having us run these beautiful webinars that are so helpful for our customers. And then finally, if you want to talk to me after and just follow me on Instagram or reach out to me, I'm very available on Instagram. So do follow me. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to follow up on Instagram. I do put out a lot of great content. Some of my best stuff I try and put on Instagram to teach business owners all the tactics I use to grow my business to $20 million, $15 million. So if you want to grow your business to that size too, follow me on Instagram and hit me up. I'm always available to chat about business. It's my sport. I love it. I'm not a consultant that tries to bill anyone. I love helping business owners with challenges just in my free time. So hit me up. I'm available. And I'm super excited to have everyone today. Let me make sure I didn't miss any questions before we call it a day. Okay. Well, thanks everyone again. Don't forget, clonemycustomer.com, free tool for you guys to use. And if you do want to sign up and meet one of my sales reps, again, let us know. 50% offer if you want to. Where'd it go? If you want to sign up with Webware, just go to webware.ai and sign up there as well, and tell them you saw the webinar, and they'll give you the 50% off too. All right. Well, thanks so much, everyone. This was great. Appreciate your time. We'll see you for our next webinar. Let me see. When is the next webinar? Webware Bell events. Let's see. Just before we leave, the next webinar will be November 13th, and I'll put in the registration page actually, so everyone here in the section can. There's the link. So if you want to go, I don't know if you can click that in the chat. Hopefully you can click that in the chat. Let me see. Is it clickable? Doesn't look clickable. How do I share a link? Hold on. Share a referral link. Here we go. No, that's not what I want. You can click it. Okay, cool. Trisha, satisfaction guarantee. If you're unsatisfied, we'll give you your money back. You could tell them I said that. We try our best to work with you guys, but at the end of the day, if you say we're terrible, we'll give you your money back. We won't hold you any contracts. We're Canadian. We're pretty nice. All right. Oh, Ramona's here. Ramona, what's up? Ramona's our head of marketing. Thanks for tuning in there. All right. Thanks, Cindy. Thanks, Chris. Thanks, Ramona. Thanks, Bill. You guys have been great. Lynn, we'll see you November. The next event, November. Don't miss it. It's on maximizing your reach, the smartest ways to get your message in front of the right people. All right. We'll see that. We'll see you there soon. Have a great day.
It's 2:00.
That it is.